Okay. Okay. Cozy. Right, I hope that voice is okay because we're just messing around with and stuff, but that should be alright. Hopefully we're okay. Hopefully we're fair enough. I might need you to like check that we are. Maybe voice is okay and stuff. I don't know. Maybe. Hopefully. Maybe. Hopefully all good. We'll see. Turn that up to full and just see. And then we need to decide on a game.
Sounds okay.
Um, Let's put the right monitor on. People, if they do pop in, can see what we're looking for. We're looking for a game. Looking for a game.
What's above snakes?
Above snakes. Somebody has it on their wish list, but nobody seems to
It's Goose.
have it. And it is, if we go to the store page.
Probably
Piece by piece, create your own world of facts and wild west inspired world builder. Craft farm, full build your base and explore. Got it. We're probably going to be time syncing whatever we do, but what was that one that you suppose I remembered? It sounded familiar to me.
Oh, where the water tastes like wine. Is that the one?
Have a look. Oh, you have it. Should we do it?
Yeah, I really want to play it. It's on my.
I said it sounded familiar when you asked. Like, I reckon I've got that.
Yeah, on my wish list. There's my little raccoon.
Your little raccoon. Oh yeah, there's your little raccoon. Welcome back, community. Welcome back. Nice to see you. Perhaps you haven't had any. Like this, a zero. Update on there until the next version. Play. Back on to just game capture.
Trying to work out how.
Trying to work. Oh, something.
I do not know.
Second there. Was it this game? Any sounds at the moment?
No.
Let's have a quick looky. What have I got this time? 1,
Kenneth.
2. Oh, I think this thing. You're going out to A2. You're going out to A2. You're going out to B2. I think that's fine. I'm seeing things.
Jules is.
Hi, Jules. Sorry, Jules. Give us just a.
We're sorting out our sound issues, my darling.
Hi, Feisty. How are you doing?
There we go. That's working.
Yep. I needed to set you not A1. Okay. There we go.
We're having a family tonight.
Night has fallen and you're weary from travel. Stars fill the sky above, and in front of you
We gave it a good,
is a
3 or 4
brightly lit
goes
wooden
on-
house,
three,
the only
4 goes on
building
the
you've seen
analysis.
for days.
And I don't know whether it's just
I think it was us.
the speaky into thing. It just never seemed to do anything at all, even though the ghost that it was supposed to be, like 2 of them were supposed to respond to the spirit box,
Yeah.
weren't they? And I tried, I wandered round, I talked in every single room, I tried like asking different questions, I tried being clear, I like waited a response, never got anything back in that damn box. In one of those days where you just don't want to do anything for me. Been in bed pretty much all day. Did make myself get up and eat something though.
Oh, we've been out and about.
We've had an adventurous day.
Very much. We went to our local fair. Rides.
So we can go into a house.
Go to house. I think
Go
that's the
to
only
house.
thing.
You walk toward the house, hearing the sounds of laughter and talk as you reach the door and push it open.
Mini golf. Busy golf.
We're just pushing the door open. Did we not knock on the door? We're just entering the house. We're just walking straight in. All right, people in the house. Barging in. Yeah.
That looks like something fairy.
Although you weren't.
You sit down and join the game. It's a cheap buy-in, and not many of the other players are very good.
Okay. It's not just a house. It's more like a
Den.
den or something going on. Yeah, Feisty wasn't that much of a. I didn't really appreciate going on the big wheel that went round 3 times.
Yeah, I don't like heights. Right, the game is a lot louder than we are doing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of heights. And Isaac wanted to go on the Ferris wheel. So he went on the Ferris wheel. And
The lady fiddling with dice gets good
No.
cards, but has no real strategy. The man to
How's
your
that,
right
Jules?
seems
Is that a
to
little bit
just
better?
hold on to the highest cards he has, regardless of suit or any consideration of matches.
Who else is here?
The man in gray across from you, though,
You can turn it down a bit more.
he's good.
maybe because I'm further away from the...
Well, no. Again,
He already had the largest pile of coins
all the
when you
balance
bought
got
in.
messed up by trying to get
And while
things
your
right from
winnings
us.
grow
But
quickly,
we'll see how this is.
You can't quite catch him.
Man in grey.
One by one, the other players leave the table, sometimes with pique or with wry humor, leaving their winnings with you or the man
You
in
blocked it
gray.
all out. You think it was sketchy, but like your memory's a little bit hazy. Like, oh, it's just a scary thing. This one's okay.
It wasn't too bad. And there was a bit of a gust of wind at one point, which made it like go...
Was it your gust of wind?
No, not this time. And it did make it move a bit. And I was like... Ooh. And then Isaac tried to stand up right at the top once to have a look around. And I was like, sit down!
Oh, he'd be all right. Just let him stand up and look around.
Oh, he stood up and he went like that. And I was like, nope, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down.
Oh, I would have let him know and look around. He
Of
was,
course you
he was probably really excited to see. Did he like it up there? Did he like the view?
Yeah, I love the view. He was fine. He's not scared of heights.
I should have gone round with him. I didn't realise. Well, I did realise you were scared of heights, but I didn't realise you were going to be that bad.
And I did it. I didn't freak out on Isaac, apart from when he stood up.
It's just me and the man in grey.
Looks like he's got fluffy ears, Kenneth. Maybe it's just the way his hair's done.
Maybe I'm the one with the fluffiness.
No, we saw you come in.
Not like he's in grey. It's like he's in yellow.
Oh, good hand.
Finally, it's just you and the man in grey. He looks at
Destination
you,
vibes.
full of humor.
I
and
do remember
winks.
it give off a bit of a Final
Last
Destination
time.
vibes. Yeah.
No, this one was okay. This one was okay. The worst one I've ever been on was the one in Edinburgh when we went for Christmas. That one moved everywhere.
He deals, you draw, and look at your hand. It's good. It's great. The best hand, in fact. A royal straight flush. Spades. Aces high.
You can beat me.
But the man in gray pushes forward his whole pile. You're not sure exactly how much it is, but it's more than
You
you've
got one
got.
called a slingshot.
You
One that
can't
goes up
match
really
that.
slow, goes down fast. Yeah, Ken likes that one.
There's no point. I can't fault.
The man in gray stops you. Now, if you like, I'll let you wager your word. I know you'll be good for it. Just promise you'll pay the debt, however I ask.
What do I do? You now we get first choice. You have my word or check cards. I mean, I've got royal flush.
Unless he's fiddled with your cards. I mean,
What do I do?
I'd just say you have my words if you've got a roll flush.
The man in gray smiles. All right, then. I'll call.
Thought you was a wolf. This is where the water tastes like wine. I don't think Ken's updated the...
No, I had. Sorry, I didn't know what we were going to
Wasn't
play.
so good, was it? That's quite the hand.
No, we didn't know.
for the
We
game
kinda
we're
chose.
playing. I'm afraid you owe.
1 second.
So, Ken's very much a roller coaster fan. He's got to be careful because it can hurt his back quite badly.
Where the water, so on. There we go.
Your life, sure, but more than
And I am
that.
sometimes, but I'm
Your
scaredy
labor.
cat. I hate.
You see, this
I
land
hate
is
heights.
built on stories.
Hate heights,
It's
hate
one
dog water.
big story. This country,
Um,
woven
You're
of
just
many
full of
small-
hate, really, aren't you?
Few of
just
us
hate.
it's not. It's
Fueled
not.
person.
Yeah.
The big
I know.
story is mostly
Not hate. Hate is the wrong word. I'm really scared. If I can't see the bottom of water, then you don't know what to say. Water's scary.
More worried about seatbelt malfunctions. Yeah, okay. That's also worth being scared of,
I
or at least wary of.
I don't like going too fast on things. But that's not really a phobia. That's just being smart. And I hate heights. I don't like heights at all. They make me very scared.
But Feisty loves being scared. That's the thing. She adores that occasionally I go out of my way to scare her, get her heart racing. She loves a good spook.
No.
all the stories and songs and myths and legends start.
I don't like being scared
They're
that
told
much.
and retold
Like,
and passed around.
I love a bit of a scary game. I love like, oh, but then I stop playing it and it scares me too much. And yeah, I puff up like a cat and have to be carried away and slowly stroked until I calm down.
Finding the seeds first and then
Can't
spreading
deal.
them. Telling them onwards so they can begin gaining strength. This is no light. Most of the stories you'll find will be small seeds.
There was
They, like
once.
the more important stories, are the true ones. The ones people will tell you about their own lives. Those often get lost in the weaves of the big story. The more true stories you can find and tell, the more you can weave that truth into the big story. Tarnish it a bit perhaps, but isn't a dingy and battered truth better than a shining lie? Now, go ahead. You tell me a story. I'll trade you some information about your task.
Yeah, there was once when I had my own house before I moved to McKen.
We have. We can choose
3 of staves, which is a travel card.
travel,
Choice, morality.
justice, the world, heavens, the stars, for the wish to come true. Fortune, fate, luck. Death, change, endings, moving on. Which one to do? I don't know what any of this is, but
Yeah, that one.
Travel?
Yeah.
tell a story of the northbound train blinking its giant eye that crawls through the night.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so have my own house.
Travel?
I like napping.
That's
I like
your
naps.
job.
Naps are one of my most favorite
Wander
things.
from place to place. gather those
Storytelling.
stories and spread them.
Apparently, it's a.
People get bored hearing the same stories over and over. But an old cliche in
Very
one
storytelling,
state
apparently.
might be
We
a
don't know, never played it. We
rip-roaring
just kind
new
of decided
yarn
to start
in
playing a
another.
game tonight. We didn't want to rush into one that was a bit of a time sink, so got this one.
So now exit? Or do we click more things? Or Tell the story of endless series of doors of different kinds
You
and
sometimes have to make choices about what kind of story you're finding. Is it a love story
Oh, it's okay.
or a
No, it's
tragedy?
fine. It's fine.
Don't gather.
Yeah,
too
basically, I was
many
having a
of
nap
one kind
because
of
I'd had a hard
This
day.
grand story
Ken
needs
came into my
variety.
house, snuck around to where my head was lying on one side of my sofa, and then started gently positioning a glove.
Like a rubber glove that I blew up like a little bit and like tied it. Was it a rubber glove? Or was it a, it was, but it was a, like a marigold one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'd blown it up a little bit. It was like just felt like a hand, but a rubber hand.
I don't know if you blew it up or whether you put some water in and tied it.
I think I blew it up and tied it. I think it was just air in there. So it was like a blown up like rubber glove. And then like I tied like a little bit of string to it, or a little bit of like cotton to it. And I had it like the cotton pulled over. So Feist was like laid down. I carefully put this rubber glove so it was on her chest or her belly. And then I was like laid down. I was like under like the edge of the sofa where her head was, and like carefully pulling the cotton, so it was like pulling this glove up towards her face on her chest. I was like disturbing her enough until she like came to, and there's this like glove coming up freaked. She freaked she freaked out. Oh, the blah 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 blah. She jumped and like screamed, and then I went woo from behind her around the sofa, and she double freaked. Then I had to run. Then I had to run real fast.
And he ran real fast.
And you kept the house locked for a while after that.
Yeah, you won't allow back. Should have kept it locked, you dickhead.
This story needs variety. I'll add some fortune, fate, and luck. Not quite sure what I'm doing at the moment.
No, me either.
It's just luck. Funny how bad luck seems to follow the folks who already have problems aplenty. Well, try your luck out there in this country. See how the dice treat you. It's not all bad. You'll have to work hard. but I'll give you the gift for seeing the true shapes of people. Not many who can do that.
Right. I missed out this one.
Okay.
But there's... I'll just try and try the bottom one in case the bottom one's actually ends it, and then they'll try and
I'll strip away your flesh to make the journey hunger, weariness, thirst, and despair.
That's better.
And death, yes.
What's that?
But don't worry.
My chat wasn't giving up the hills.
To reset, okay. Oh, so I haven't clicked this one, but I'm going to try exiting without clicking that one.
Go on your way, Seeker. Maybe we'll meet again, or maybe not. Either way, it'll be an experience for you. I'm jealous in some ways. I hope you find what you're looking for.
You're an evil Mr. Wolf.
Okay.
Oh, I'm loving the music though.
So we've got a little... What the house I've just come from.
So. Looked like there was a town on the other side.
Shift brings it. I can whistle.
This bungalow is being ransacked. There's furniture piled in the front yard, ammunition heaped under the mailbox, and a crowd of clean-cut men ripping apart a car.
Okay, welcome to chat room again. Where was
I
that?
don't know.
Did I do a reset there for a second? Did it blip on and off? By the way, Jules, I mean, things are back in play at the moment, so, you know. Oh, well, I see that. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not.
What about my personal sensitivity, okay?
I think I sent you a link to the trailer for the game in Discord. Oh wait, maybe my action cues are. Pause, play, blocking, pending. No. No. Oh, have these? Oh, I got these turned off. Enabled. Yes.
I mean, you say one thing, Kenny Boo.
Saying one thing. Maybe I haven't got it connected to. Chat client. Retry. I did do one before we came in. It was right. Oh yeah, that one's connected. This one is. One is not quite connected yet. We had a disconnection.
Yeah.
Log out. Log in. Sassy.
Hold on.
There we go.
Don't look at me. I have to hide.
This bungalow.
Seriously, you're gonna hurt.
Yeah, I'm gonna hurt. There we go. Bungalow's being ransacked. There's furniture. I just need to reconnect things. Furniture piled in the front yard, ammunition heaped into the mailbox. A crowd of clean-cut men are ripping apart driving a car in the driveway. Strange.
The two heavily armed, mud-caked women leaning over the porch railing.
Right on
share
now,
the
Jules.
same bored grin. One shouts at you. Lend a couple innocent gals a cigarette?
Streamer bots. But I'm on a beta version at the moment because of some things that I'm working on. So it's expected that I'm messing around with stuff. Other than that, it's super duper solid. It's probably working at the moment if you want to try one. Probably.
My work.
Yeah. Do you lend a couple of innocent girls a cigarette? I mean...
Yeah.
Capital LOL.
Capital LOL. Oh.
You're about to hand her a smoke when those men draw pistols and shove you hard into the dirt. You know these girls? They demand.
I know that was you.
No, we do not. That's the only thing we can do.
No.
Once they've dumped your bag out into the road, they decide you're harmless. If you were selling booze too, you'd have a lot more cash. Sneers one. On the porch behind him, the two bootleggers are fingering their empty rifles.
I'm sweating, holy fuck.
Women arrested for bootlegging. Okay, that was a story. They got arrested for bootlegging. That's one of my fun. I love that. I love that Cassie sound. H. The goal is to fulfill your obligation to the wolf by finding all 16 characters scattered across the earth and trade stories with them until you earn trust and finish their story. Okay.
Well, at least we know what we're supposed to be doing now.
Yeah, so...
Did you change it?
Goosey, welcome
Hey,
in, my
Goose.
darling.
A little shortcut across this house. I don't know if I can go faster than this.
Don't know.
General
You
one.
are walking across the US, so probably.
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
Off the road and into the woods.
Yeah.
Can't help but
Yeah.
come across
It's,
this package by
bedtime
the
stream
tree.
time.
Basically, he's in cozy mode.
So I've got my Oodie on.
The cloth wrapping
The story of the
conceals,
Oodie
though not
is that I
particularly
surprised
well,
myself, drunk feisty,
something
bought
large
it
and soft
one day when our
and
friends were
subtle.
here, and she had
Little eyes
an
blink back at you
Oodie,
from
proper
inside
Oodie,
the
not a
bowl.
knockoff one like this, and I
Yeah, we're Forrest Gump, yeah.
was
Well,
like,
no, Forrest Gump ran all the time. We're just walking.
you know what? I want one of those. So I got drunk, very drunk, and ordered myself one that came for the next
The
day.
sheep gives a start.
And I ordered myself this. And I was like, present from drunk Kerry to sober Kerry in the morning. Probably hung up.
Don't tell him, please. You tell the boy you'll keep his secret.
And then I spent about a week in it.
Yup. Had to peel you out of it.
And it goes right down to my ankles.
To be fair, most tops do.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh no, I've definitely done some silly ordering. Mainly, I've ordered deliveries when I've been hungry
Somehow was
drunk.
his presents by here. Oh, I didn't remember ordering that.
Most of the time,
I'm
it's just
every
like,
year, you
ooh,
know.
drunk Kerry really
Man
wanted
sitting on the edge of a
wanted
rotten
this.
old pier.
It was nice today. It wasn't crazy hot today. We had a nice, well, it rained a bit on the way there. Stupid rain. But after the rain, it was actually really nice.
Yeah, crazy golf. Down a pub. Me and Isaac had something to eat. I had some really good, like, loaded fries. Had some pulled pork. An actual ton of cheese, I think. There's more cheese than fries. That's why I had to keep stealing Isaac's fries.
I like how you convert it to fries to talk to our American friends.
They weren't chips.
You're,
They were too thin to be chips. They were fries.
were they?
Goosey, this is why you're our kind of person. We love
Answer
you.
the door, but as naked, drunk, and not knowing it. I got the
Love it. Love it. Well, apparently tomorrow is going to be raining all day. 90% chance. Station.
I'm gonna watch Seagulls with him.
They seem to wait for something together.
When he come out of
Fidgeting
Greg's.
and rubbing against one another. And when they fly off, they fly together. These two, these same two, have been coming here ever since I was a boy. The old man
No, seagulls don't live that long. Well, they live to like 25 or something.
I don't know.
He watches them fly away.
My mugger's still following me around though. Just waiting. Just waiting. Yeah, tomorrow I think Ken and I, well, Ken's got some bits of work to do, but fun work.
Yeah, no, work. I've got Z things to do.
It's got Z things to do. Fun things. Then after that, I might be twisting his nipples to come on and do.
I live my
like, a
talent
stream with
through
me.
Z
Or
vicariously.
I'll do my streaming, and he can do his streaming, and we'll play like a game together.
Yeah.
Don't know what yet. It'll either be Project Zomboid, or you haven't got Terraria for the PC, have you?
Parked outside an oyster house.
I know, but I can grab it if we want to do Terraria. I don't know.
Because Isaac likes Terraria. He likes watching me play Terraria.
So much as a ribbon. Excuse me, can you step back from the coop? That's the
I don't think they even live up to 25. They'll be saying, mine.
Mine.
Some birds are really long lived, so they might do.
Like the parrot family, most of those live till they're like 50, 60.
Yeah.
You've got to be really careful about taking on certain animals, like parrots and turtles. So you've got somebody when after you died can take them on. But parrots.
That's no. You got a magic phone, and how long do seagulls? This is going to look real dodgy if I had to search for it on the PC, because it was only like a month ago that I was searching up that story of Loki down the road that had molested a seagull. If I include more searches for seagulls, they're going to like knock on my door or something.
About 20 years.
Hey, that was not a bad guess then. 20 years, 25 years. It's like I know bird law or something.
Bird law.
Bird law turning.
Yeah, parrots, they're so intelligent and emotionally intelligent as well. They get really upset when their old owners die, especially if their old owners have been really good to them, or their old owners have to give them away, or if they've had abusive owners. There's a really
smoking outside a diner.
telling video of this poor grey parrot or cockatiel, which is in the parrot family, going crazy. No, it had an abusive owner. It was stuck in this tiny little cage instead of like being allowed to free fly for most of the day. And its new owner had it like free flying in its own little room, for most of the day, and then
whenever it wanted to get back into its cage, it was like hated it. It was
no. It was like allowed in the rest of the house for the rest of the time, but its cage was a room. And then the cage that it had been brought in, once the parrot like calmed down, brought in, you could see the parrot, like the cockatiel, puff up. Its like crest went up, got really upset, and he was like, the new owner was going, stupid cage, fuck you, stupid cage, and the cockatiel's going, and the guy like smashed up the cage in front of the cockatiel, and the cockatiel was effing and blinding at this cage, really like squat, all puffed up, and it was like, it's okay, you can never go in there again, it's fine. And eventually, like, it was got more chill. Goose, I would give all of my toes for a pet raccoon.
Even the little ones.
Even the little ones. Especially the little ones.
Especially the little ones. The little ones, the cutest ones.
Yeah, but they're the smallest ones. I'll miss them the least.
Oh.
Okay, you wouldn't, but at least you'll have a raccoon to like your mind off it.
What about if you lost all your toes apart from just the littlest one, just by itself sticking out there?
I'd be really pissed off because that's the one that always gets like hurt.
It looks so weird with just a nothingness and just the littlest toe just sticking out there by itself.
And you can guarantee everything.
You'd stub it on everything.
Break them. Every single effing
So yeah,
day.
can that be worse than losing all your toes entirely?
It's okay, Goose, because I'd have a pet raccoon. I don't care.
Yeah, the big toes are big balancing apparently, isn't it? I've heard that as well.
Alan.
I don't know how much testing they did on that. Something funny about it. Just showed up one day. Doesn't work. Doesn't live anywhere as far as I know. Just around myself. I'd love to know who made all our beautiful clothes. We approach someone or ask around. Okay, so we got Traveller for ask around, and we got. I can't remember what this was, but like face and the hands. I reckon.
Approach a woman. We're already here.
You ask the woman if you may join her at a public bench.
You may. Lovely outside, isn't it?
Her eyes are a beautiful shade of brown. Beneath the yellow ribbon, a thick, fibrous scar wraps around her throat. They're like this. It reminds me of Paris.
Scar wraps around.
Okay. Getting these stories. Oh, look. I think I'm just looking for these things and clicking and getting the stories.
Quite chill.
You can see storm clouds on the horizon. I wouldn't mind actually just being able to read these things rather than reading out the thing.
Wandering this rocky seaside.
I like that he's doing all the voices though.
A little bit, yeah.
You find the lighthouse door open with a daunting staircase before you.
Try to escape. Is there a? No, not on here,
At the
is it?
top of an ornate wrought iron spiral, you're breathless.
Apparently skunks you can get the scent glands removed if you want to keep them as pets. They have really sharp teeth.
So,
You can only
one of the times I was in America, it's the only time I've ever smelled skunk. I had hired a car for a day or something to get around and check things out. And I drove along a street that absolutely reeked. And there was a person in the car with me who was like, "Oh, that's skunk. Like there was a dead skunk that got run over on this road like 2 days ago. The skunk had been taken away, like been disposed of, but where it splattered the skunk and it obviously like splattered its scent glands and things like that, they were like, yeah, it'll smell like this for another 2 or 3 days until it passes. Like just from where it splattered on the pavement, it's like the whole street reeked for apparently like a week. It was reeking for a week.
Hi, Raspberry Pi.
I don't know how much it like calmed down, stays around forever. Yeah, but yeah, it's like so we were in the car. Like driving along it, and they like came through in the car. I was like, "Oh, that's." So I've never smelt anything like it. Really, it was a really like unique. Like, oh, it's horrible.
I felt that about durian, but I haven't even smelled real durian. I've only smelled the.
We had the stuff in
buns.
the buns. I think that was real durian in there, but it was kind of like sweet but oniony.
To me, it smelled like the bottom of the bin when you haven't washed it out for a while.
Yeah. There's loads of skunks in my neighborhood, and they always spray, and it comes in my windows. No. Only in the summer for some reason. Yeah, this was in the summer as well when I was across there. I don't know.
We have maybe foxes and fox wee. That really stinks. Cat wee.
Yeah, foxes like to scent. I think there's a lot of those kind of animals that are real scent based, aren't they? Cats, foxes.
So
nighttime animals maybe. Like nocturnal animals seem to have like a lot more scent.
We can't really see very well, so what we'll do is just piss everywhere.
Just piss everywhere. Just scent against everything. Yeah, heavy ammonia. Yeah.
So especially tomcats. So we had a cat that used to live next door, and we had like a bike shed, and our old housemate used to keep his bag of like.
Yeah, a cat went in there and pissed on everything. His bike stank, and the shed part stank and stuff. I don't know whether the cat managed to get in there and kind of got itself stuck in there or something and freaked out, or maybe got in there and another cat got in there and they'd started fighting or something. But yeah, it just
stunk.
Just got everything in there.
Yeah.
He was like washing all his bike down and washing like his. I think he just had like a little bag thing that he like put his drinks bottle into, that kind of thing that attached to his bike. But yeah, it just flattened him. Bless him. What else can you do?
Yeah, I love to see foxes. I don't want one in my garden. If I had a bigger garden.
All I hear is a bath in tomato juice gets rid of the skunks.
They did that on Rugrats.
Did they?
Yes. So there's a Rugrats episode where Chucky gets sprayed, right? And all of the kids.
Goose has been watching Rugrats.
Yeah.
He's
all of the kids are like, "Whoa, you stink!" And they're like trying to help and getting sorted. And one set of Tommy's grandparents are like all Russian or something, and the grandma's made borscht, which is beetroot and tomato, and so Chucky gets necky and climbs in there, and apparently doesn't smell anymore. So having a bath in borscht.
Well, here's the other thing though. A tin of tomato.
There we go. Raspberry.
It's iconic. Like a tin of tomato, like blended tomatoes or tomato juice or something. That's like a quid. It's going to be a quid, isn't it? Or 50 pence, even if you get like the cheapest ones. To fill a bath with tomato juice, at how much it costs.
I don't think you actually like.
Or enough to like coat yourself. You're still looking at like 50 quid's worth of tomato. And what are you gonna do afterwards? Like you flushing, or you just draining? Oh, I don't know. It's going to look like a murder scene in your bathroom, isn't it? For the sake of... If it gets rid of skunk smells.
Exactly.
Everyone remembers the episode.
Yeah, see?
Goose, you've been watching Rugrats. It doesn't work.
Gosh, it worked for Chucky.
I don't remember that episode.
It's one of my favourite episodes. I felt so bad for him. He was like, "I'm going to be skunked forever." And it was like, oh, poor
Looks
Chucky.
like we got a visitor.
I used to love the Rugrats.
Sounds like a man's
I love the tune.
and rough.
I can play that on here.
I think I liked like the parents on Rugrats more than the kids.
You and Dee about all of the parents actually.
Voice.
Yeah.
I always behave myself.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
He feigns indignation.
I think like
but
the
his
Rugrats
tongue
themselves
betrays affection instead.
didn't really have the good lines. I think the good lines were always
Oh no, I think some of the lines were really cute on the Rugrats.
After a moment, the door
Need,
unlatches from the
my
inside. and
phone
opens.
charging.
The man before you is tall.
It must have smelled a tiny bit, but then it comes right back. One time my dog had to stay outside for 3 days even after a tomato. I bet the dog actually loved the smell of it. He was probably like,
Probably found it and rolled in
He
it.
probably, oh.
What dogs do.
That's what they do with the fox poo a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is with like fox poo and dogs over here.
Dogs and poo?
Well, yeah, but
No,
but
they do it with
they eat
horse
poo and
poo.
things, or do they roll in it?
Mm.
I've never had a dog roll in horse poo, but the dogs
So
rolling in the fox poo.
My
Oh,
parents
and
have
it
never been very
reeks.
good pet owners, and our old dog, Jane, used to get out a lot.
Oh, that's turned off at that wall part over there. Sorry.
Oh well, maybe that's why it's not
That's why.
charging then. It's like going, fine. I don't need this. We're fine. And
He was embarrassed. He gave the look of it. He gave the look of it farted on me. Oh, what's the look of? What's the dog? The dog looking like? Listen, I don't. Look, it farted on me. What am I gonna do?
they developed eyebrows to like communicate with people better.
What, dogs?
Yeah.
Is that like a domesticate? So do wolves not have eyebrows?
No.
Really?
I mean, my phone's nearly dead,
No,
but
sorry, I believe you. I'd never considered. Is that like one of the defining things that you can tell when you look at sort of domesticated dogs and wolves? Then it's like the eyebrows. Oh,
do wolves have eyebrows?
I'd love to this not be true. It's just something that somebody told you one time and you believed it.
This
No,
edition of
I-
Wild View takes a look at why dogs have eyebrows, but wolves don't.
I'd never considered that dogs being more expressionful than wolves with eyebrows. That's
Yeah.
wild, isn't it?
They developed it.
Well, they developed it, or do you reckon like the people went, "Oh, I like the look of that one; it's cuter," and the cuter ones tend to have like slightly more definition here, and so like overbreed, like they bred basically the men.
Well,
Maybe even
that's
not realizing
everything about domestic dogs.
Oh, I
now.
know it is. Well, no, some of them were for like purpose, weren't they? But there's always that sort of cute side of things. But do you reckon the almost one of those things where people didn't realise what they were doing, but they just a tiny bit in there. It's like, well, that one looks cute in that one. I'm not quite sure why, but I'm gonna make that one's the one we want.
Or why is that one giving me the eye?
Someone giving me the eye. I want. At some point, somebody realised it, so they were like.
That's it. We started domesticating them.
Just dyeing eyebrows onto wolves or something and going, oh, look at my cute dog. Yeah, I know it's biting your leg off, but it's super cute. Look at it.
That's how I feel about most dogs.
Despite the rough exterior,
He was embarrassed. Yeah, learned how to survive by begging in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They like smelt that we were cooking around fires and came up and we fed them, and then they were like, oh, I'll follow these around a bit. We used them for hunting because they were good hunters, and they got easier kills. And then we were like, you know what? I'm gonna let you shag. But this one, not the one you. No.
You have the one that.
No Red Rocket. This one.
You're allowed the one that humans find cute, not that you like the bug.
he needs his quiet time. He's a rider.
I mean, dogs carry on anyway, so we must have chose ones that dogs actually like to be with, unlike pandas, where they just don't want to do it. You'd think
So
like.
I love pandas. I think pandas are super cute,
But they
and
don't-
I
but
love
they don't
how
find each
comical
other
they
cute
are.
enough.
However, they are a genetic dead end. They are actively trying to end their line.
Still warm from an excess of tea.
Yeah. Oh God, Goose, I love cats. So cats, we didn't invite cats in. Cats just came in, and were like, you know what? I live here now. You know what I'm gonna do? My purrs heal you. You're gonna love them. I'm gonna sit on your knee. I'm gonna purr. I'm going to chase all these mice around because, you know, that's cool. That's cool.
I'm in the car.
And then you're
Where's
going to
the
give me
car?
scritches.
Yes.
Give me good food.
Get in.
And clean up my shit. And be my slave forever. And we're like, okay, that's fine. I'd be like, okay, that's fine.
Dogs just go along with whatever I'm suspect.
Yeah, dogs are just like, oh yeah, what can I do? Woo! Yeah, come on, yeah. This is brilliant. Cats are like, what the fuck? I love cats. I love their attitudes. I love cats. But they were useful, and so instead of just going, no, you can't live in my house, we accepted them with open arms. And
the driver and the rider.
Yeah.
Two wiry.
Yeah, they're especially the ones that are really focused on it. Good for getting rid of the mice and keeping things like that you don't want out of your house. And the dogs are more of the sort of outside, at least the useful ones, were like the hunting dogs and your guard dogs and things, sled dogs, and again, I suppose a lot of those domesticated animals were like for purpose before they were ever for pleasure. You know what I mean? Like, that's the wrong word, isn't it? For decoration.
yeah.
But
the thing was, cats.
that sounds awful, but you know what I mean? Like for pet, rather, for purpose rather than
cats
pets.
didn't give
rather than
anybody the choice. They just kind of came into the house and were like, I live here now. Oh, you got mice getting into your grain? Leave it to me. Watch. Here we go.
Well, I'm sure.
Throw me out? Don't think so.
I'm sure there was a fairly decent line of domestication before that was the case.
Well, no, that's the thing. I mean, unfortunately, cats then got persecuted quite a lot during like the 1600s.
There's a massive difference between like your domesticated cat and the wild ones, isn't there?
No, apart from the size. Genuinely, like you look at the big cats and you look at the small cats, and you're like, yeah.
Well, yeah.
They,
size. Big difference
no,
in
but they've
size.
still got the attitude,
Do
and
they-
they still hunt the same.
Can you train a a lion to use a litter box?
Yeah, they have. Well, I mean, who's going to try that? I'm not going to try that. Are you going to rub a lion's nose in its own shit? Because I wouldn't, Kenneth. You idiot. That's how you lose a hand. You're going to go...
Are you going to rub a lion's nose in its own shit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen that, Goose. They're like their reflexes are faster than a snake's thing. It's like they can play with them. They can play they can play with certain animals that we find deadly because we don't have the reflex to move out of them, and they're almost casual with them because they know they're faster. It's just wild. It like throws your mind to think like they can almost toy with things that just due to that speed.
And do you know what you call the ones that don't need to do that, Jules? Dead.
What else do you think that has? Use a stick.
Dead.
A dusty truck and a man on a horseback pull up next to one another in front of the grocer. Suddenly, the driver and the rider, two wiry old men with identical haircuts, start shrieking at one another. What's going on?
The man with the
after this one, once back onto the other screen, I'm going to try hitting escape and seeing if I can make it so I can do the reading.
Shouts. Okay. The one on the horse tumbles out of his saddle. Brother! He screams. They embrace in the road. 30 years, hollers the driver. The rider,
Aww.
tears streaming down over his face, corrects him.
Wow.
Everyone here is watching these two older men cry and hug one another in the middle of Main Street. Cars and wagons are backing up.
Get out the road first.
People are yelling. Take a photo of us. The driver begs you. Starts hauling a tripod out of the bed of his truck.
No, let's just say cheese. Look, it's a moment. It's a 32-year moment. They can wait.
The long-lost brothers pose in front of traffic, cry snot pouring out of their noses. As angry passerby wave you out of the
I shouldn't
road,
be allowed to make...
each brother presses a coin into his hand.
Jules?
When the traffic disperses,
I've seen videos like this, and I go, oh, yeah, cool. I could totally go and hug Cheetah. But then the rational part of my brain kicks in and goes, you know what? Still wild animals, and you could still probably kill me. And
Voice volume. I'm going to turn the voice volume off. I'm going to try and do the reading part of it. I'm just going to bring the music volume just a little bit down. It's nice, but it's quite hitting. Let's try back. Resume.
yeah, just don't want that.
I suppose you get to a point where you really trust them and trust yourself.
Yeah, but then you hear about the people with the bears. There was one not
like they'd lived with one for like 20 years, fully trust, and all of a sudden one time just decides it's going to.
Like, I appreciate it.
Red brick, green trees, blue sky in this weather. Boston is beautiful. That is, until you make your way deeper into the city and get lost among the cramped, winding, shadow-haunted old streets. Oh, look, we actually have money and things here. Do we need to earn some money, do you reckon? Explore, earn money. Spend a little money. You wander the streets of the city looking for a way to make some cash. Unhandle or look for work. I mean, let's look for work, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Look for work.
Standing outside a department store.
The wolves that Jules loves is the dire wolves.
Just the biggest, most scariest of all wolves, yeah? Why not choose the two-headed dire wolves or fire-breathing dire wolves? No, just yeah.
I mean, you know, on a scale, they did have dragons in there.
Crazy.
So
crazy.
Not the scariest.
You got the option. Yeah, you go towards the bushy eyebrow domesticated dogs, or you don't, or you take the no. We're gonna go. They've probably got even less eyebrows, just bone poking through.
They might have developed eyebrows over the time to like.
Well, for direwolves to trick people.
Yeah.
Go, come into my lair, and then just eat your head.
Jules, I am scared of chimpanzees. I love what I think, honestly, like chimps, they are strong enough to cave somebody's heads in. And
my Delulu thought is me thinking of I was in the GOT universe, I could tame a dragon. What's GOT? Game of Thrones, isn't it? My delusional thought is me thinking I was in the Game of Thrones universe, I could tame a dragon. Yeah, sure. Jules, you could definitely tame a dragon. Only if it's one of the little baby ones, though. Like
no, they had little vicious kittens. I mean, you'd be better off maybe going into how to train your dragon universe instead of the Game of Thrones universe.
They were more playful then, weren't they? You're standing outside a department store that emphatically had no day work available when an exasperated woman carrying a small terrier rushes out of the sidewalk onto the sidewalk. Here, you, she says. Won't you watch him for me? He keeps chewing the shoes, and I'll only be a minute.
Does it have eyebrows?
I mean, we could get a job here. This is our work, isn't it? You know, watch the job. Thank you, she cries and heads inside again. The terrier seems perfectly content in your arms until she returns and scoops him up, leaving you with a very generous tip.
There you go.
There we go. We've earned some money. I don't know why we need money in this game at all, but we've got some now. Little explore. This city is like no other you've been to. Crooked streets splay out into a maze of narrow passages, no two alike. Soon you find yourself in twilight, utterly lost. Bright light crests around one corner. Car approaching.
Genuinely, I've seen a thing on chimpanzees, and they gang up and hunt. They all like set out to hunt in a pack and hunt smaller monkeys like macaws. Yeah. And
yes, Jules, we are going to meet Edward Cullen.
Not in Boston. He wouldn't go to Boston.
Wouldn't he?
No.
I know that Twilight is teen sex vampire thing. I assume Edward Cullen is hottie vampire.
Yeah.
There we go. But not in Boston.
No, so the Twilight vampires aren't like normal vampires. They don't combust in the...
They're all daywalkers, are they?
They can walk around in the day as much as they want. However...
That's not vampires.
However, it makes their skin glitter.
That's breaking the rules. That's breaking the rules. Emmett is the hot Cullen. They sparkle in the sunlight.
Yeah. That's why they can't be seen, because then people would know about the vampires and then the Volturi would come and kill whoever it was.
So it's just the same as being allergic to the sunlight, but it just takes a bit longer.
Yeah.
Okay, should we hail this? Should we hail the taxi cab, or should we keep walking?
Keep walking because we want to save our money, right? I don't know.
We're a bit lost,
utterly lost. Okay.
Compelled by the cold and foreboding night, you don't question it as you drag your bones into the cab, but you realise immediately how strange the vehicle is. It's a sleek thing, like a shallow parabola gliding over the street. Uh-oh. Where to? He asks. You have to stop and think. Eventually you name Boston Common, the only landmark you know in this town. He peels off silently. You feel the car move before you hear the engine. He takes you through ever odder streets, flanked by painfully clean, gleaming buildings and signage for businesses you don't recognise. Even the air seems different. It doesn't smell so sharply of gasoline and coal. Eventually, you come to a stop. The fare's in glowing numbers above his dashboard. It's much too high. Surely a mistake. No charge, he insists. You look like you need a break. And then you find yourself on the curb at Boston Common, under thick moonlight, in a city, much as you'd left it before. Yeah, that worked.
That was a bit weird.
That was a new story, The Odd Silent Bat. So we gained a story.
Cool. Honestly, I was always Team Edward.
You watched it? Did you watch it like...
I've read them all.
Okay. Have you watched the...
Watched some of them.
Was it books before TV, or was it TV?
Sorry, books before films.
I mean, like, was there the films coming from
The books.
The books.
Yeah. But yeah.
More a fan of the werewolves.
I mean, Jacob was cute.
Check the store. I don't know how much money we've actually got. Does this show us? Doesn't show us. We could get ourselves a hot apple cider, a clam chowder, an ice cream float, or a PB&J. Peanut butter and jam.
Clam chowder?
You want to get some clam chowder? Get the clam chowder. Smells a little funny, but damn, it fills you up.
There we go.
Alright, so our money's gone down a bit. All this is just good. That's fine. Let's go. Good. Train station. New York or Detroit? Or leave?
Leave and walk around the map again?
I think if we leave, we just leave Boston, don't we? Maybe? Otherwise, we could earn like a fast travel to... That's fine.
But yeah, but then we wouldn't see the things
we wouldn't see the
along the way.
things exploring.
Yeah. I read the books when they first came out.
Those are from the books. Are they very similar?
It's not too far off.
Okay. I know sometimes like you get things and they're like really loosely based upon.
Well, apparently they got Stephanie Meyer on, and she wrote the book specifically.
Oh, with intent to like turn it into a.
Yeah.
Okay.
And had people in mind on who to play.
Okay, so it was almost more of a script than it was a book, kind of.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah.
From rumors I heard, it's.
As you walk along the river near an unfinished bridge, a man with a tool belt catches sight of you.
Twilight.
Yeah, Twilight Goose, yeah. Hey, over there. I've never seen or read any of it. I know of it.
It's definitely a girl thing, I think. I think I dragged Michael to see one of the Twilight films, and I can't remember which one it was.
I gathered it was maybe not teen angst, but like sort of that. It was a little bit that kind of thing, you know, like a coming of age vampires. Yeah. That
But
sort of thing.
the thing is, the books were very PG. They didn't go too far into. Well,
They played a lot more
I'm
on the
saying
actual
that.
series.
However, I'm not a good one to be a judge of that. I'm saying, oh my god, yeah, PG. Like Isaac could watch all of the naughty scenes, but that's because I read some very degenerate books.
I mean, to be fair, a huge amount of
vampires and werewolves.
like Buffy turned into that, didn't it? Buffy started out being like vampire hunter, and then.
But then she grew up, and what do you do when you grow up? You have lots of sex.
Yeah, it went from
It
went from vampire huntery kind of.
I haven't.
Like laws around vampires and beasts and things like that, and fun people, friends and stuff hunting vampires and the mystery behind that. And then after, I don't know how far into it, like a couple of series in or something, it was 90% about who she's falling in love with or a sort of love interest, and everyone else's love interest.
No, from the very first
with a little bit of casual
From the very
vampire
first
stuff.
series, it was about a love interest.
Was it?
Yeah, she went on a couple of dates, and she was like moaning about how she couldn't do her.
I thought it started out much more focused on the actual vampires.
Oh, I mean, it was. It was very. She was like going.
I thought it wasn't
a
until
Slayer and a girl.
What's
and
her
that's
name?
really upset.
What's his name? It was the spin-off series.
Angel. But
I
yeah,
thought it
then
was
she
like
saw
that was
in
when it
series
started
2.
getting, like,
She
all-
really fell for it. I mean, she always liked Angel, but in the second series, she was getting very into Angel. Then she had sex with Angel, lost her virginity.
Well, like spoilers for anyone that hasn't seen.
I don't care. You should have. It's like many decades old now. He lost his soul because he had a moment of true happiness, and he'd been cursed. And it was a curse with the soul unless he finds a moment of true happiness, and then loses his soul, therefore losing his happiness. And that did happen. And then Angel was the big bad for a couple of seasons. And then he got his soul back through a little bit of witchcraft. And then Buffy had to kill him. And then Buffy was like, oh, boo-hoo. And she didn't love anybody else. And then he came back, but then he had to move. and then she moved on to Riley, who nobody really liked. I did. I was going to call Alyssa Riley if she was a boy, but then everyone was going, oh, that's shit name. Anyhow, then, and then after Riley buggered off and left her, and got married to some chick as a rebound, then there was the whole Spuffy thing, the Spike and Buffy thing. And while Spike
sent
was
you the
no
trailer of the parody, Feisty.
No,
The
thank you.
parody. Oh, for the first time.
I will watch it when my phone is not on 4% battery mode. And yeah, and then Spike tried to rape her, and you know that's terrible. And then it was always Angel.
As you walk along the river near an unfinished bridge, a man with a tool belt catches sight of you. Hey, over there, he calls out. You like you could use a quick way to get some hard-earned money. Hard-earned is right. The bridge hangs high over a perilous drop.
I mean, we did just use a lot of money, so.
You know what? Risk it.
I love you. You don't, but thanks for saying it.
Great!
Oh, Spike!
He exclaims, suppose you'll want a safety belt. We Thunderbird people don't need them. We fly when we fall, he chuckles. Yeah, I'll belt up.
Yeah.
You find yourself high up looking over the Russian River as that crashes around the foundation of the bridge. As you work side by side, the man mentions, you can see Thunderbirds up here if you know how to look. You ask him to explain. Practice your peripheral vision, if you dare. Last thing you need up here is for them to see you seeing them and come swooping at you, he says laughingly. You only see the clouds thicken. It sure does pass the time working. The man pays you well when you're done with the job.
Our daughter, Alyssa, her name is from Charmed. The actress who played one of the witches on Charmed is called Alyssa Milano. And I knew Alyssa, my daughter Alyssa, would be born with quite light hair and big brown eyes. And she's a very beautiful girl. And that's how I knew that she had to be called Alyssa. That and my ex's parents were very conservative Christian, so I named her after two different witches, and that pleased me no end. Can't begin to tell you. They gushed about how much they loved the name, and yeah, still makes me happy.
I probably watched half of it with you or something. I don't know how much we watched together. Well, I watched a bunch of episodes with you. I never watched it enough in line that I actually got the continuing story of it. Yeah, it just I watched random episodes with you, so it just felt like individual episodes by themselves. You were actually following along.
I don't like this.
I'm sorry. I hope everything's okay, darling. I love you.
Hey,
How are you doing, Tiff?
We're having fingers crossed for you, darling. Everything.
So we haven't seen much time.
Yeah. Know that we love you very much and we're here, okay, darling? We are having a very late night stream. It's 2:20 here, but we decided to stop playing a random game because why the heck not?
Why the heck not?
So that's why I'm in my hoodie. It's getting quite warm though, but I don't have a bra on, so I can't take my hoodie off.
This here is my spot. I ain't inclined to share it with any bad characters. You can call me Quinn. Yeah, she's fully hoodied up.
Oh god, I'm hoodie and a bit nudie because no bra. What are you supposed to do? Oh gosh, no, honestly,
It makes sense for them to be wintry because you wouldn't have thought anyone would wear them in the middle of the summer, but then you're
only
here.
Idiots.
Then you're here wearing it in the middle of the summer, keeping yourself all rosy.
I needed to cover the boobs, and it's a late night bedtime stream. As soon as we finish, I'm gonna have to go and squirt myself with so much deodorant and have a shower in the morning. It's pointless having a shower now. I sweat too much during the night.
Luffy! Here are my adventuring companions. Cass is the big one.
Have you started recording Loof?
With the spots. Well, I'm going to need him to do another stream at some point for me to get some Luffy sounds. He did a stream playing some Rage game. Well, he was playing the golfing over it the other day. I should have caught some sound clips from him. Really.
Yeah.
Too reclusive.
He'll get you. He gets everybody. He's always recording.
Luffy. Too reclusey.
No, that's not working. Stop before you
too
hurt yourself.
Or
hurt everybody else.
It doesn't work, does it?
It doesn't. You keep trying. And I appreciate that. I appreciate what you're trying to do.
Like you see the word
stop.
reclusive, and you think you should be able to fit loof into there. Reclusive.
Nope.
It doesn't work.
Oh, Tiv. Thank you, sweetheart.
Thanks, Tiv. Man, I really need to get some more and interactive emotes to make that worth it.
Yeah, we really should.
Recluse. I don't know. I saw the word, and for some reason my brain thought I would be able to work Luffy into it, and then it turns out that you can't make those mouth sounds. And it broke me. I usually beat my way on the rails, but the road news says this town was fat and the weather was fine, so I'm taking in the sights and I'm seeing what I can drum up. Please.
They brought the rum up.
Should have brought the rum up.
I'm going to get the rum. There's white rum down here.
Yeah, we can risk a white rum. At least one. Oh, this is the pineapple gold one, right?
Mm-hmm.
How's it going, Luffy? What
Yeah,
you up
how the
to?
heck you doing, my darling?
When is our next Luffy stream? That's going to sound awful. I'm moving that right in front of the microphone. Sorry, guys.
ASMR.
ASMR pouring of drinks.
Oh, I lost my thing.
What the lid? Right. Recluse. Yeah, you can't say it though, can you, Tiff? Recluse.
Oh, Tiff.
Reclusive.
We tried playing Demonologist. We are not very good at Demonologist.
Oh yeah, we tried. Yeah.
We tried a few times, just Ken and I, because everybody is busy. Who would think? Everyone's busy on a Wednesday. And especially during Rust season. We can't do it.
Luffy. I spotted the Canadian Red Cross thing. With two doors. It had like there was like the American Red Cross door and the Canadian Red Cross door that had like an extra little sign in it or something. I just passed it by and I was like, something's going on here.
Well, that's delightful.
Yeah, that's alright. It's got a really dry finish to it though.
Oh,
It's the same sort of but yes. Yes, Callum. It's jerks.
Callum's up? Callum, darling, do you not have work tomorrow?
2:20 and a Callum.
And a Callum?
Oh, and some cheap viewers on totalscores.com.
Tiff, do you want to do it, my love? I don't mind doing it.
Mod check. Hey, we're done.
Cool. Because, yeah, I've got 3% on my phone at the moment. I've got to take it next door.
Thanks, Dave.
Sauce. Yeah, so we tried playing Demonologist.
We really struck. Well, it was. We couldn't get the talkie
careful,
box
Callum,
to work. Oh yeah, cheers, Callum. Take it easy.
We'll be on tomorrow, so you can come on and do all of your stuff then. Love you.
Well, we'd love you to join in and like tell us which things are reliable or not, because we gave it a proper we played like 3 goes at it.
Yeah, and we really tried. And even though I died and squeaked more than once, I squeaked a lot.
We both died on the first one, but even though we both died, we didn't guess what the thing was. But it was quite quick that we both died. It got us quite quickly.
And then the second one, I said 3 that it could be based on how it was behaving, not on what showed up, because nothing showed up.
Yeah, it was just absolutely nothing. Just nothing at all.
We went around that house.
I wandered round, calling out the names, calling into the box, put every one of our tools down. We wandered around for a long time.
We did. We really did.
And I was like, can't remember what his name was. I think it was Sarah. I was like, Sarah, you're here. Calls into the thing. Flashed my light on and off. Tried splitting up. We tried everything to entice the ghost into like doing anything at all. 0 readings on all the things. Tried every nook and cranny. gave up and decided, well, it's just not haunted. The house just ain't haunted.
We were looking out for freezing temp, and we had the EMF.
Nothing.
Ken's taken over my role as the EMF person.
Nothing. And apparently that second one and the third one we played, the third one was the same. We like just got so we got a couple of readings on the third one. But the second one was nothing at all, and apparently the ghost that it was should have responded to the voice box.
Yeah,
whatever it's called.
Spirit box.
But I went around the whole place, like asking it questions into the spirit box thing.
We found tarot
singing
cards.
into it, doing all sorts. Just
nothing.
Got nothing. The third one we got something on. We got the EMF thing, the one with the cockroach on. That gave me a reading of 2/3 when I was in the workshop. I was like,
So
okay,
we thought
it's
that
flashing in
was
the
where it
workshop. So, but to be fair, we tried putting things in the workshop. Nothing else happened. You thought it did throw something in there.
I did. I said, oh, maybe it is a poltergeist.
But then we
Because
couldn't get it to
thrown
do
around.
anything else. But then, I suppose Poltergeist did say that once it's run out of things to throw, it calms down. So I think we couldn't get it to come back to life again because there was only one thing to throw in the workshop, which seems wrong. There must be loads to throw in the workshop. So we guessed wrong on that one. I think it's like it's one of those games where you've got to get each of the different tools. You've got to get one time where it seems to work for you. Like, oh, now I know what I'm looking for. Like, otherwise you're just sort of wandering around blind and you're not sure. I don't know, maybe there's something else around that like explains what you're supposed to, like how you're supposed to detect those things a little bit more. It's a little bit frustrating if you don't know what they do.
So Demonologist scares me more because of the jump scares, and I squeaked every time it happened. Every single time.
Yeah.
I looked out.
I get the trial and error thing, Luffy. It was just like the problem with it in the trial and error was like that spirit box thing. I wandered around talking into it, trying to like say hello, are you talking to me? Like, is anyone there? All of like the tropes that you imagine from like people on scary movies and things, saying, is anybody there? Are you going to talk to us? You know, I even like the person, this ghost's apparent name, as like, Sarah, are you here? Are you going to talk to me? The whole way around the house, being as loud as I could into the microphone, everything like that, and it never blipped at all. And then to finish it, and it's to say, oh, it should have had a spirit box response. That's when the trial and error thing like throws you off because you're like, so now I don't believe that thing even works. And my microphone was definitely working because Feisty was downstairs. We can hear each other, and it lights up and shows the microphone. And all of the other things in the house that are supposed to work with voice, like
also, if it said that it would only respond if you were alone,
yeah, she stayed back in the van, and I the whole cycle of the house talking into it, like by myself, nothing. And
what's your name? Where are you? Can you talk? Those are the three things that you should be saying.
Certain person, I mean, I didn't say can you talk, I don't think, but I was saying what's your name? I was saying hello to it. I don't know. It felt like I was saying all sorts of things that should have at least done something.
We did say what we need to do is play a few games with people who have played it and who know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And try and...
But you know what I mean? Like the trial and error thing would be great if it triggered a little bit. If it's like, oh, this thing's I'm finding something, I'm trying to track it down. But like all of the like, do you want to play ball with me? And the talking to like the dream door and stuff was working straight away. So it's definitely picking up my voice. It's definitely understanding me. But that damn box was just nothing. And that I think both the second and the third one threw us off that because both of them were supposed to respond to the spirit box. Neither of them did at all.
And the ectoplasm thing, and I know how to use that. I've seen ectoplasm with it before. Yeah, like honestly, the first time that nothing happened, I said it's one of these three, and we chose two, but it was the third one that I said. It was actually the first one that I said.
Oh, the poltergeist.
Yeah. No, not the poltergeist. The one where I said it might be a mare. You said it was some. I said you chose something else, and then it was the very first one that I had said.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
And then the second one, we both thought was the Nawa because nothing was happening.
Well, you said you'd lost your torch out your hand.
Yeah.
And that's the only.
missing.
That was the only
So I
one we
don't know if I
found
was
that said
holding it
steals your
Yeah.
tools. But maybe.
Oh, definitely. We will want to play it again, Tiff.
We'll give it a few more goes. It was just like we had 3 goes, and it was kind of. I say frustrating. Like I wasn't overly frustrated, but like, just that spirit box thing was the most frustrating thing for me. It's like not knowing what to listen for. I'm like, I don't mind trial and error, but when after you finish it, it says, "Oh, it should have responded to this," and I really tried, and like then it feels more broken than
Yeah.
like rather than exploring something and looking for something and figuring it out, you start to believe that things in the game aren't actually working, and then you doubt yourself, and then it's like, oh, I don't ever want to play it if I'm not sure it's actually working right. You know what I mean?
And we've never gone on to do the second part yet.
No, we were just trying to work out whether we were even figuring the ghost out. weren't we?
And we didn't.
Here are the stories you collect so far. They're organised by subject because the boss likes tarot cards. Yeah, Leaf. Yeah, absolutely. I don't mind. I don't mind the actual going round and the jump scares and the looking for stuff. I like the concept of, like, you know, eliminating the different things and trying to track it down and work out what it is. Like I love that as a concept. Just having some trust in the tools is a bit of a key to that.
Yeah, I had better experience with Phasmo, but that was because there was 4 of us playing, and there was a lot more unlocked because Tiff had done so much on it that there was so much unlocked, and we managed to.
The other thing that bothered me about it is that last time we did play together with Tiff, I did get that talkie spirit box to work at one point, and it squawked something back at me, and I was like, oh, and the thing's glowed. Okay, it's definitely got this thing. But since then, because I played some Rust and I had to turn my volume down for Rust because everyone said I was too loud in it, then I was worried that maybe I wasn't coming through loud enough for the game, and so I was like, oh, maybe I need to, and I'm not sure.
But I could hear him perfectly over the.
Yeah, but we could hear each other, and all of the other stuff in the game was working. Like, as I say, the dream door worked. The you know, talking to open up that wall, saying Victoria or whatever the name is, worked fine.
Magda.
Cup of tea. Oh, lovely cup of tea. Tell you what, Jules, we'll have a sip of our piss jars instead.
Pineapple and Bacardi. Whoa, but nice.
Yeah.
We're gonna try. We're gonna try it again.
Oh, we'll keep going through, because what we were hoping for was that we'd get at least a couple of successful, like, identifications out of it,
so we could
make a little bit of money and unlock either the next house or the next map, or unlock a couple of the other tools or something, because we're stuck with just the
abandoned house.
Just the abandoned house and just the basic tools at the moment. It's like, well,
we haven't even got Crucifix's Assault.
Yeah, how many times we got to play this thing to, like, start progressing?
And that's just scary.
We saw a couple of new jump scares.
Yeah, there was that horrible baby doll thing.
The baby doll heads.
That freaked me the foo out. I noticed for the first time in the hidden room that the shadows move.
I would like it to have a story mode. I'd love from the start to be able to, like, try each of the different locations, like locking out those locations until you've played however much of the game. Yeah, it's a pain in the arse. I mean, I assume Tiff or somebody else that we play with probably has unlocked all of it. So when we next play with Tiff, we can try some of those other places. Yeah. But it's annoying that it's annoying that it's locked out.
And I want cheese porn again. I've watched it a few times and I just keep going, God, it's always so good.
You don't just want the noise of cheese porn, and you're like,
I don't want the cheese porn noise. I want cheese. That cheese.
We've already not even hear it. No, it's not. It's just for everyone else. Cheese porn noise for everyone else. They're all hearing Cheeseborn on the stream. They're extra excited. I'm not even got it hooked up so that we can hear it.
It's probably for the best because there are 24. Let's think about it again. Rusty bread. We've had too much drink now.
Yeah, because this is our second, so I can't.
Oh yeah, and they're like triples. So.
Hi, Tiff.
Tomorrow lunchtime, I'll go out and I'll get us. I'll try and go somewhere where I can get like a selection of.
Well, tomorrow I'm going to put the gammon in as well, so that will work really well. Anyhow, sorry about that. I got.
This is the subject of each story here. This is if you tell this person a story about love, for example, they will tell you something from their own life relating to the story of love.
Oh. That's nice.
As the night goes on, this icon will move from left to right. When it reaches the right side, the night is over, and so is your storytelling. This person you're talking to will usually tell you where they'll be next so you can find them again. Okay.
Cool. Okay.
If you tell them types of stories they request, you'll gain their trust and their eye will open. When it opens fully, the next time you meet them, they'll open up more about their life. If you remember this from conversation to conversation, so don't feel you need to open the eye all the way the first time you meet someone. Dance around, get to know them. Alright, okay.
The Emperor. That's what you are.
I am the Emperor. Let me tell you about the Emperor. Tell the story of the women enlisted for bootlegging in Maine. Okay. See what he thinks about that. Tell the story of the women enlisted for bootlegging. Well, that was something. You spin a good yarn. 4:30, bosses and such. I ain't nobody's little Angelina, if that's what you're asking. I take care of myself and my dogs. I don't need no jocker looking out for me, so you're offering don'ts.
Oh, Luffy, that's like your worst nightmare. Like, having a game you can't get all the achievements on.
So if you know Luffy, once Luffy gets a game or starts playing a game, he has to 100% it. Which, by the way, Luffy, on the Rage game things, whilst Pogo Stuck is a proper hard game, its achievements, or the last of its few achievements to get the 100%, are proper hard. To become a legend on there's not many legends of Pogo Stuck. And they've usually dedicated like a couple of 100 hours to get as good as they are to get to legend status. Just as a warning, like beating it to get on the Rage Hall of Fame. Quick took 30 hours on it. I took 34 hours or something, 35 hours on it. I think Bridge managed it in about 18 or 19 hours. So it might have been 20 odd hours, or something. But he played a bunch off stream. He finished it on stream. But he was a bit sneaky and did a lot of his little practice work off stream. Sneaky Bridge. But still, that's hard. And that was just map 1 to get on the Rage Hall of Fame. It's map 1. Map 2 and 3 are harder than map 1. Map 2 is apparently really difficult. I haven't done either of those maps. Just as a warning. So if you get into it, you might be stuck in there for a long time before you get back out with your achievements all 100%ed. I mean, I imagine. So one of the things on Pogo Stuck, if you play through Pogo Stuck, and this is, just to put the fear of Pogo Stuck into Tiff even more. There's like the map 1, which we've all taken 30 hours to complete, or whatever it is, averaging 30 hours to get through it. There's a mode on Pogo Stuck where all of the level is invisible and you're still going to get through it.
What? What is wrong with people?
So all the platforms, the accuracy of like getting up, and so if you imagine something like getting over it, where everything's still there but you can't see anything, it's kind of like that. So from just judging the jumps and judging where your hook is getting into, you've got like a knowledge and a feeling of like, I know where I am and I know where I can get to next. It's got that. But people play it because it's Pogo Stuck with your friends and other people are playing it. the people that play it blind use like where everyone else is jumping to as like a reference point for where that platform is, and also there's like you can have like dropping bananas behind you. So the legends do that mode by playing it with a friend that knows their way, and they'll be dropping bananas in the spots where they're landing, and so they're trying to track and like land on those things. You see the bananas, you can't see the platforms. Insane. I'm not going to do that. I ain't going to do that. But just letting you know. Yeah, there's some stuff. I don't need no jocker looking out for me, so your girlfriend don't. Respectful. You want to keep enjoying my spot or not? Think about that. Hey, tell me a funny story. You seem like you got a sense of humour. Alright, what's a funny story? The Fool? We got because the tarot cards, we had the Emperor, we had the Fool. Is the Empress here? Queen of Cups, the Lovers. Sadness. I mean, I don't have the I've got High Priestess, I don't have Empress. Who did we have? We had the Emperor, the Empress, the Fool, and the Hermit. But I don't know if we've got the other ones on here. Maybe. The Fool for a bit of a laugh, maybe. What do you think? Queen of Cups is family, love, sadness, freedom. I suppose let's try for the Fool one. It seems like a bit of freedom in the Fool. Maybe I haven't got a funny story, but let's try this one. The Bridge Builders. Let's go for that. This is more. It's not funny, I'm afraid. Sorry, but we'll do this.
Sherry Quest Full is that one?
Freedom. Well, teacher used to talk about freedom like miracles, eat up with it, but tramping kind seems to be just about the only real freedom still in supply. Ain't no freedom from an empty stomach or bad weather unless you're rich. I want to hear one of them venturesome tales. Got any? Venturesome tales. Isn't
Adventure.
This? Future, family, love, sadness.
I think you should just exit because I don't think you're gonna.
I'm gonna risk a future one. Do you reckon they want a thrilling story? They want a thrilling story. I ain't got a thrilling story. Okay, we'll wait for you next time, pal. Well, next time. Or should we risk another story? It doesn't matter. I'm gonna risk a future.
But you're gonna use all of the stories.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Leaving already? Well, me too. I think I gotta check out what's coming up this road this way. Maybe I'll see you around. So where's he going? He's gonna go
Pennsylvania?
to this end of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So I'm up here at the moment. He's gonna carry on down across to the southwest of Pennsylvania. Okay. Tramping life suits me just fine. Every day's a venture. Alright.
Ooh.
Well, I understand now. So these campfire things are maybe where, or possibly things like... Yeah, it's just kicking with some cool tunes.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's always going to be a campfire, but that's the important people to meet, and ideally
who you tell the stories to.
And ideally we pick up enough little bits and pieces on the way before we meet them, so that we can
give them whatever story they want.
This is cool.
I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
This is cool. As you walk down the road, a black crow flutters down to land in your path. It looks at you, cocks its head and speaks. Oh, you got a long, long road ahead, don't you? All these people to chase down, or so I hear, it laughs. I got some experience when it comes to chasing folks. Oh, tell me about it, Crow.
Yeah.
Well, if you want, you could go find your friend again. Ask them more about their life. They might want better stories this time, though. He peers up at you. Didn't they tell you where they were heading next? Yeah, they did. But hey, the world is full of people. But you could find another friend like that if you went looking around. There's more than one interesting person in this land for sure. It gives a gravelly laugh. Gravelly laugh, sorry. That's what humans say anyway. And with that, it launches into the air and disappears. Okay. That wasn't. I don't think we gained a story from that. It was just a. I was trying to dodge that car before it ran me over. Hold left control to whistle. If you
match notes, you'll walk faster.
What? I match notes with what? Timing of it? No idea.
No idea.
The women are oblivious to your approach. Their eyes are shut, their touch where they hold hands is gentle. They speak in low tones, one stifles a burst of laughter, but it brings a smile to their faces. Sorry, says the one who laughed. Don't be, another assures her. You don't look up.
You're gonna be cursed by witches.
I can pass by loudly, or I can burst onto the scene.
I mean, it's your choice, my love.
Yeah, what should I go for?
I would. I mean, how are you gonna get a story if you don't talk to them?
Step loudly is little that thing. Pass by quietly is the star.
I mean, you can pass by quietly if you don't have any.
You want a story? Let's hear it. Step loudly. The branch snaps beneath you. The youngest jerks her eyes open and snatches her hands free from the circle. It's all right. He isn't coming back, soothes the eldest. She turns to you. You could join us if you got something you're grateful for.
Thanks.
Your words go unremarked. The youngest, holding your right hand, takes her turn. And we give thanks for those who left, who we wanted gone, for the skills to thrive without them, and for the companions who make the effort joyful. The hands are released. The ceremony is over.
That's nice.
Praying in the woods.
Oh, well, that's a beauty.
I was just making my rounds to all the buttes. How are all the buttes, Jules? Are they all rusting up? Nice looking cult, yeah.
You're sorry.
A tiny motor mouth is eagerly sharing the details of a strange tale with her brother as they loiter outside the store. The boy listens raptly, eyes growing larger, mouth hanging open like a fish. We're in pizza country, New York, Connecticut. Is it like pizza country though? Because Italy's pizza country, right? This is
so
American pizza. So
American pizza is very different to Italian
well, it's
pizza.
very different, but also PCB's in pizza country, right? In the
Apparently.
like Chicago, he's in Chicago. Is like everyone, at least over here, we've all heard of Chicago town pizza or Chicago pizzas and things.
Yeah, we can get the Chicago down pizzas.
Yeah, no, I think that's just a brand name thing. But like Chicago and pizzas, like because they call it Chicago pizzas.
Yeah, but
And
it
then-
is definitely like the deep dish.
Well,
where
yeah.
they
So
put the
so
sides
this
in.
is the thing. PCB had a stream when Quick was visiting PCB. He had the stream and they had some pizzas in, and like had a couple of those or a pizza or something. Oh my god, that is not in any way, shape, or form what
It
I
looks
would
more like
call.
what we would call a pie.
It does. It was ridiculous.
And New
was like-
York, I've seen. I've never been to America.
I would try it, and I'd probably eat one. But my god, that's not what
That's all you
pizza
would
is.
eat. Or that's all you would eat for that day. I've seen the New York have the big slices. They're quite thin and they're really big slices.
Yeah. So in Italy, pizza doesn't have a lot of toppings. Like, you can see a lot of the bread. You can see bread. It's a sparse amount of toppings.
It's
super
thin.
And it's like a lunchtime snack. It's not like a meal. It's like a thing to have on the side with your
Pasta.
with your a drink, maybe a coffee or a drink or something, and you got your pizza and it's there. It's like a table snack sort of thing, and it's super thin. It bubbles like it always bubbles. Like the bread's super thin, and you get big like bubbly pockets and things, and you got like a sparse amount of toppings. You can see lots of the bread. It's definitely
delicious.
not. It's delicious, but it's something completely different to what I've ever seen.
Even over here.
Over here, yeah, you rarely get anything like an Italian pizza here.
Yeah. Even at the Italians.
I imagine like it can be great, but it's certainly not.
I like quite a deep
the
dish
same thing
pizza
as
sometimes.
it needs to have a completely different name, doesn't it? Because it's so different.
But that's it. A lot of.
But then, yeah, the difference between kind of like then the chunky deep pizzas that are absolutely loaded with like just completely coated with stuff, which is what I imagine like when we have those is what I think of as American pizza. It's like the sloppy slices that drizzle with cheese and like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are eating.
Yes,
that's American style pizza, and we have a lot of that over here as well.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that. That's American pizza and Italian pizza. And then there's that thing that PCB got.
That's a Chicago style pizza.
And it was like
it's pie,
black.
but they call
and it was also black on top as well, right?
They call it
That's
pizza
so
pie.
ridiculous.
Yeah, Tiff, we have Pizza Hut and we have Domino's. I don't like Domino's.
No, well, they're probably a bit different to how they are over there.
I don't know. I think that's the reason why we don't like them much. They're very sweet.
Oh, Domino's is.
Domino's.
Domino's, they cover everything in like a sugar sauce.
Yeah.
It's really sickly.
Really sweet.
Some
people over here love it. We have one quite close to us.
I'm not a Domino's fan.
But then Pizza Hut is really expensive as well.
Yeah, I think it's weirdly less expensive to go and eat in a Pizza Hut where you have like the meal deals when you sit down in a Pizza Hut and the salad stations all unlimited and everything like that. You can get really full up in a Pizza Hut with only ordering a small pizza because of everything else in there. Whereas if you order from a Pizza Hut,
then you've got to order the sides and the dips.
You get a pizza for £20.
Yeah,
and that's all you get. Like
especially when I can order like 3 for £15.
Yeah, for everywhere else. Domino's is the same. Domino's is like £18 for a pizza, and it's gross.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's like Domino's even in Shields is different to Domino's in Newcastle. I think they're a bit franchisey, and I think what they're coating their pizzas in I don't think it's regimented as much.
I do not know.
Because there's people, I'm sure that I've said this to people in London, I've gone, there's nothing sweet on our pizzas. It's like the Domino's is quite nice. So maybe
a quid and a pound is the same thing. It's just slang.
Sorry, a quid is a pound. And at the moment, you can treat that pretty much like $1, I suppose.
Yeah, it's about the same.
I think it's a little bit more than $1. Like maybe a $1.10 or something like that would be the equivalent of a pound. If we say something costs £20, that's like 20
or $20.
Maybe $22 or $23 or something. Yeah, a Domino's pizza will be $23, but we'll get 3 decent sized pizzas for £15 from most of the pizza places around here.
Actually, it's.
I used to order like 4 Domino's pizzas at once, and that'd be all my food for the week. Just keep on like eating those up. The biggest problem with me is if the food's been ordered and it's there, I will attempt to eat it all, Goose. I will attempt to eat everything that's there.
Whereas I'm quite happy to eat some. I purposefully.
Feisty will hide one of the pizza boxes away so I don't eat it on that night, and so she can have it for breakfast.
I love pizza for breakfast, and if
I know it's there, I will sneak down and eat it.
If we're ever ordering Chinese, I always order extra noodles that I put to one side because Ken's not a big noodle fan.
Yeah, that'll work.
And I will put that to one side so I can have noodles for breakfast. And I love curry, so if I'm ordering curry, I try to do it while Ken's out the house because it messes with his digestive system. But then I will put the curry, away and hide it, because if Ken comes in and goes, "Ooh, I can smell curry," I'll go, "Yeah, sorry, I ate it all." I haven't. I've just hid it, so he doesn't eat the rest. Because one, it gives him the most noxious farts ever, and two, it's mine for in the morning. Get your hands off.
But that's something that, like, the takeaway curry places, I don't know what spice they use, or
It's a spice
you
or
think
oil.
it might be
I
like
think
the
it might
oil?
be one of the
It might be the
oils.
oil that you use, because if we make curry, I don't have that problem with it. And there's lots of curry places. Well, there's some curry places I've been out to for a meal out and not have the same problem. But nearly all of the takeaways do that to me.
Yeah.
I don't know whether, I think it might be the oil.
It doesn't do that to me.
Maybe it's a different oil. Maybe.
But I think Ken has some kind of intolerance.
Cold pizza. See, I'm not really a cold pizza
I don't
fan,
eat it cold.
Jules.
I warm it up in the air fryer.
Yeah. So we used to chuck it in the microwave, which always made for soggy, floppy pizza. And I was never a fan of reheated pizza. Then I found out you could like whack it into the skillet. That made for much better pizza. And I was like, oh yeah. But it crisped the top a bit too much. It was like it was, to get it heated through enough, you ended up with it kind of blackened on both sides a little bit. Not bad, but a bit more than you wanted. Since getting the air fryer, chucking the pizza in the air fryer makes for better pizza the next day than even it was on the day that it received it. Oh, it's really good.
Really good.
It's really good. It's like a pizza place. They ought to save a load of pizza and sell like air fried pizza the next day. People go crazy for it.
Yeah. Just works.
Yeah, it's like the best thing in the air fryer.
I don't know, that belly pork that I made the other day was quite good.
Oh, quite good. It had some crunchy bits though. Like, I know like crunchy bits nice in belly pork. But there was a couple of bits and I was like, my teeth break, but then that's kind of good with pork. The crunchy bits.
Oh, you're connecting to chat again.
Oh, did we get another little disconnect there?
Yeah,
welcome to chat room.
Having a little bit of issues. I don't know if it's we need to take the internet out of Isaac's room, basically. Bring it closer.
It's probably tried to like ram some things into the back of the router. Who knows?
Isaac has been.
Hey, goblins! Everyone is good here.
We've just had a long conversation about different styles of pizza and English versus Italian versus American, and how the American
it was
style has very different styles.
Italian, American, and Chicago by itself. It's like,
I really want to go and try it because I love cheese.
Oh no, I definitely want to try it, but it was like what the is that thing?
Jules, genuinely, the best pizza I've ever had was one made by Ken, and it was a plain thin crust margarita pizza.
Oh, you went crazy for that, yeah.
And it was flipping delicious. Just amazing. And I loved it.
I like making fresh pizza. There's that making some bread dough up and getting it all stretched out and things is like, oh, nice.
Best pizza I've ever had, ever.
It's like,
and I like pizza. I'm not quite as parky as Ken. I can eat like sloppy pizzas. I can eat the greasy pizzas.
a lot of food,
but there are times when you go, I don't like this, where I've just been happily munching on it. But yeah, that margarita pizza was so good.
Added about shootout with the cops. Okay, so they'd added more to the story. They'd embellished it. They turned the story on it. Oh, okay, he's gone on 95. Yeah, a good margarita.
I do. One of the places I really want to.
The problem is you very rarely order it, don't you? Because like you get your pizza menu, you're like, okay, let's order a pizza. The margarita, when all of the other options are there, you feel like that's the pizza that you just don't have any toppings on.
Well, especially because when we order the pizzas,
same price as well.
It's like the three
for a ten. It's like why am I going to order that one that just has just cheese and tomato, when for the same price I can have pepperoni on it, or I can have
Give me the meat.
Ham and pineapple, you know.
But
you're
garlic
right.
bread with tomato on is one of my most favorite things to order. I love garlic bread with tomato.
Turns to face you as a passing by. At his back is a bag full of birdseed. He assures you that the gawky birds perched on his body are the last remaining passenger pigeons. Who are extinct. They look extinct to you? You're not sure those dull grey pigeons look anything like the pictures you've seen of passenger pigeons, but you can't help thinking as they stare at you a little too intently. Say, you like birds?
I don't really like birds. Not seagulls.
How much for the burb? How much for the burb? Sure, I like birds. They're lovely creatures. Guileless, really. Hunted damn near to extinction, weren't you? He strokes one of the birds under the chin. You think you see drips of blood flecking the creature's dirty grey head. That's a dead bird. He's covered in dead birds. Excuse me. You sense it's about time you start moving on. You be kind to the little birds now, you hear? You hurry along the road. Thought, though, the flapping of ungainly wings seems to follow you for hours. Okay, they were still flapping, it's fine.
They weren't dead.
They're dead.
They were just not very well, maybe.
Why is he covered in blood still?
Maybe he was bleeding.
Stop. What? What was that noise? What was that noise? Wait, has anyone chatted since we reconnected?
Yeah.
Alright, okay.
Goblin and Jules. There we. Oh, hold on. No.
Oh, Jules text to speech. I think that chat's a little bit behind things that are actually happening. This has got a retry on it, look. Yeah, I got chucked out chat. Do you reckon Twitch is having problems with chat? Or we're having problems with Twitch?
Sorry, darlings. We'll be. I think it's. Yeah.
Maybe this. Is this on an old version?
I have feet.
You have feet. There you go. At least that chat's now kicked back into life again.
There was a Birdman in here, Arnold.
Twitch could be twatching.
And on
Twitch might be twatching a little bit.
Home Alone 2, there was a Bird Lady.
Oh, Bird Lady and Home Alone.
And Birdman in here, Arnold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You stole my feet. I had no feet.
I don't remember him killing people with birds, but
give Jules her feet.
I missed a few episodes of Hey Arnold. Right, so
I missed another.
There's certain places I really want to visit in America. Philadelphia is one because I love cheese and I love steak. So a Philly cheesesteak sounds really good to me because cheese in a steak. I mean, what could not be good? I
think the man in the game possibly kills people with birds. I think he might have been a bit of a dodgy pigeon murdering person.
Okay.
Or
that makes sense.
Or that he had trained the pigeons to be scavenger pigeons rather than carrier pigeon or traveller pigeon.
Carrion pigeons.
Carrion pigeons, yeah.
Carrion.
You notice a black crow sitting on the fence. Okay, it's going to give me another update on my on how I'm doing.
Yeah.
You hear about trains? He gives a throaty cackle. Locomotion! That's the laugh. I got some good travel tips here.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me about travel. You ever ride a train? He asks. With your budget, you'll need to. Hop on at a train yard, though. Fast and convenient. But the railroad bulls really don't like it when you ride in the empty boxcars. If you get caught, you'll get beaten. It hops and pecks at something on the ground. On the positive side, maybe you'll meet someone you trade stories with. But if you don't like the sound of that, you could hitchhike. Find a friendly car at last. I feel sorry for you landlubbers. No wings, just motors. You can't even cross rivers when you want to. Only at safe crossings. Okay.
Oh, that's good.
I always do. You'll notice that its beak doesn't move, it speaks. But before you can tell anything else about it, off it flies.
I still has no feet. Hey,
where's my toes?
Oh, wait. Aren't those a part of the feet?
Yes, toes are part of the feet. If your toes have gone, maybe you have a pet raccoon.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I want to go to Philadelphia to try the cheesesteak. I want to go to New York to try their pizza. I want to go to Chicago to try their pizza. Then I want to go to the South to try their barbecue.
Barbecue. Everything. There's like full Texan barbecue or something, briskets and stuff like that, right?
Or
builds Jules a pair of sweet robot feet.
Oh,
Nice.
but what does the robot devil ask for the feet?
Uh-oh.
We've all seen that episode
Stream
of
is
Futurama.
a clear, reflective shade of blue. Unusual in
Was
this
I being
region.
possessed by a raccoon? Maybe. Could that be possible?
Yes, raccoons do possess people.
I am a raccoon.
You are a raccoon, but not the raccoon with a big stretchy ball sack that covers everyone can sit on.
I love Ghibli. And Pompoko. I watched Pompoko once, and then I watched it again with Ken's brother Chrissy. And Ken's brother Chrissy went, "They're sitting on his ball sack," and I was like, "Shut up! Of course they're not. This is a Ghibli."
So you'd never even realised it was
of course not. Kenneth, I didn't even see
the giant
Dr.
penis,
Manhattan's swinging blue penis. I did not see that.
Robot feet. Oh, I is scared.
It's okay, Jules. Your robot feet will treat you fine. You now notice the unnatural absence of wildlife. No fish swim in the stream. No birds sing in the trees. The winged goat drinks with a forked tongue. Only abstractly concerned with your presence. Oh, this sounds like a friendly goat.
No, that's a Chupacabra.
Drink some water or approach the goat. What's wrong?
Chupacabra.
Just drink the water then?
Well, yeah, you don't want to...
You cup the water in your hands ice cold somehow and take a swallow, soothing the coarseness in your parched throat. Clear as the water is, the stream bed isn't visible, even looking straight down. Let's have a swim. Your feet don't reach the bottom, so you float in the cool water, feeling washed clean. The ripples flow as far as you can see, fading, never fading. Have a wave. Hey, goat! The winged goat snorts and heads in the other direction. Alright.
No, I think that was the best outcome there. Like, you don't... If it's a weird goat creature, you don't go near it. And, you know, this is me.
Not create more
Chupacabra.
Philadelphia. So in the corner of Philadelphia, far corner over that way, I think is... No, wait, was it Philadelphia or Pennsylvania? No, Philadelphia. Far corner...
No, it was Pennsylvania, wasn't it? Oh, Philadelphia's in Pennsylvania.
Oh, this is the... Yeah. Sorry, Pennsylvania. Far corner, over that way. I don't know these things. Also, got to be mindful of skinwalkers. Yeah, you do have to be mindful. So this is going to let me into the city. Low tide on a motionless night, the beach is long, stretching towards a receding sea. In the darkness, the sand seems coarse and grey. Alien. The stars are dim and distant. It outshines the stars with its presence, a streak of sickly coloured light, leaving a trail of distorted fire. It slowly creeps along the sky like a vast worm, though you know that, given the distance, it must be moving at great speed. Back to the shore.
Did someone say roll tide?
Roll tide.
Yeah, I'm going to keep looking at the sky. Its parabola heads south to north in the far distance just for a second. A boardwalk town is engulfed in light. With a rumble, its street lamps and windows dim, then go dark. All that you can see emanating from there is an otherworldly colour that you can't quite name.
They're magic. Yeah, there's a mountain range or a piece of America that's not very developed with modern stuff, and apparently that's where most of the skinwalkers hail from. And I'm trying to remember what the range is called.
That's like, was that where Skinwalker Ranch is?
They don't ranches, can they?
No, there's a place called Skinwalker Ranch, isn't there? Where like a famous Skinwalker location. Like like Area 51 and stuff like that.
No, this is like Area 51.
Yeah.
But
the Skinwalker Ranch is like one of those things. So it's almost comically like a theme park where they've deliberately set up things to make people believe that the Skinwalkers
follow
are there.
a thing on Instagram, and he went to this place where apparently this is where there's so many skinwalkers, and he keeps
I
going
think
into.
it's probably Skinwalker, right? Or is it similar to like the valley where they claim the most sightings of Bigfoot? Is
yeah.
it? Yeah, okay.
So apparently he went into a few of the towns around this area.
Rocky
No, it
Mountain.
wasn't the Rocky Mountains. It was.
Outside the small thicket of apple trees, the phrase tended by John Chapman is carved into a fence post. Nearby, a hound lies on its side, perfectly still. Flies buzz around its ears. The grizzled man pauses as he's digging to shoo them off.
But yeah, and then he went to.
Help him dig or watch from the shade?
He went to Iceland or Norway. Finland. He went to one of the areas around there. Might be the apple.
Relations.
It might be there. It might be.
This is you watch a lot more of the
Oh, do you know what?
history channel than I do.
I'm totally an X-File like
that thing.
freak.
Yeah.
I want to believe. I want to see proof, and I want to believe. And people will like tell me stuff, and I'll believe it because I'm daft. But I love it.
Do you want to watch from the shade or help him dig?
Help and dig.
There's an extra shovel with it. The two of you make short work of the grave. He tells you about his beliefs. Why he's raising apple orchards in the middle of the country. It's a sin to graft, he tells you. It hurts the tree. Eventually, the hole is deep enough. There it is. Stoops to the ground and lowers the pup into the earth. Tears flow freely. I'll see him again in heaven, he tells you. Our souls are bound by love. He wipes his eyes. I don't think I can bear to stay here, though. Maybe I'll set out again. Move on. Oh. Dog had died. That's sad.
But you helped.
Yep, I helped Harriet. You spend a while in the cool shade at the gas station. You notice 3 kids sitting beside the family car while the parents argue loudly with the cashier inside. The children seem embarrassed. You see the oldest brother lean over and distract his siblings with a story. Story, little guy. He starts telling them a story about the Thunderbird people who fly when they fall from the heights. You realise almost instantly he's telling a new version of the tale of the bridge builders, but with new, exciting, over-the-top details. He's embellished the story. He tells it well. When his parents come stomping furiously out of the gas station, you make yourself scarce, missing the end of this boy's new story. But the part you heard is definitely easy to remember. It'll stick with you for a while. Hey. So, like, people add to the stories.
Yeah.
As they've been travelling. I've got Zeds above me. I think I need to sleep somewhere.
Oh yeah, probably. You sleep on the train?
Maybe. Hop a train? Oh, hop a train rather than... Maybe I don't want to hop a train. Oh, Pittsburgh. Guys in Pennsylvania. Oh, where's the thing? I haven't seen him yet.
You can always go into Washington and...
Yeah, let's pop into... Oh, there. He's over there with the guy. Will
Cool.
that give me a chance to sleep by him, maybe?
I do not know.
Actually, I'm going to go into Washington first, and then I'll go and see that guy. See if we can spend the night.
Yeah, like, a
How do I
lot
get
of them
the
do.
sets?
Although, there's a really good book that I read called De-Evolution.
Oh, ice
and-
cream float helps with the Zeds. There we go.
Forgot the line.
Then
Now you've got
some-
no money.
Um,
Yeah, De-Evolution, really good.
Johnny Appleseed. I've heard of Johnny Appleseed. I'd never heard of John Chapman, but that's Johnny Appleseed. We've heard the story of Johnny Appleseed.
Yeah, yeah.
The Bigfoot does seem like a fun belief. Yeah. Yeah.
I want to believe. I genuinely do.
Well, I mean,
But I need...
they're the wildest of them, but there has been like lots of cases of animals that have been talked about from history where the versions of them have been described larger than life,
Yeah.
but then something's actually been discovered either in fossilized or preserved, but hasn't really made it like become extinct during hunting or something, that kind of corroborates the story of whatever it was, even if it's not the fanciful tale that was there. You get...
Yeah.
I don't remember the examples of them. There was
Like
definitely...
the Tasmanian tiger.
Yeah, there was like certain creatures that were too wild to actually for anyone to believe. Wasn't like the platypus was
People
one where
thought for such a long time
that somebody had glued it together like a practical joke, and it wasn't a real animal. Yeah, when people first brought them back, they thought that people had glued things together, and that wasn't real. But like platypus is obviously real. Yeah, there's been a few cases of things like that.
And brilliant.
Wander the streets of the city looking for... I mean, like, kangaroos.
Yeah, if somebody taught you about kangaroos, something that's as big as a man, that hops around with a massive tail and that drowns people and eats people's dogs, you'd be like, what?
Yeah.
Okay, they don't eat the dogs, but,
Drown them.
They do drown them.
You wouldn't believe in those crazy things. They're so specific to, like, just Australia. And you're like, no.
Yeah. Like, people come back from Australia going, seriously, they've got these bears and all they do is eat eucalyptus, like one plant. And people are going, yeah, all right. No, seriously, they, like, hang in bears and sometimes they drop off.
Yeah, and murder people by dropping on them.
Yeah.
We call them drop bears.
Drop bears.
I function on the principle of nearly anything being a possibility. I don't fully believe, no. But if I hear something out in the mountains calling to me, I ain't staying to fuck around and find out. Yeah, I get you with that. When the spidey senses are tingling, like, don't trust in the logic. Get the shit out of there.
But again, that would be like, coming back from Australia again. No, seriously, dudes, they've got spiders that are this big, and yeah, they do.
Yeah.
John, he went for a bit of a swim, didn't come back. Something massive came and ate him, and they'd be like sea serpent? Well, no, it was a bit stubbier than that, but it was big.
Big ass crocodiles and things, yeah.
I was thinking more of the sharks.
Crocodiles in the sewers and stuff like that. Who knows?
I think that's America.
Yeah. Was it? Yeah, but no, I was just saying that of creatures that are sort of the mythical creatures.
Yeah.
Giant crocodiles living in the sewers of New York and stuff. And, like, not that anyone really, normal people plan on dropping down into the sewers, not unless they are Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but no. At risk. There was indeed a 4 to 6 foot alligator spotted in Lake Erie the other day. I hope they find the poor thing, because I doubt it will survive a winter up there. Yeah. There's a fair amount more wild things in nature that we haven't come across, but you tend to think all the big things must have been found by now. But then it wasn't. It was only like 15 years ago or something that giants. Maybe it was more than. Maybe it was 20 years ago. The giant squids were proven to be real.
Yeah, people thought that they existed.
They're like, oh, like there's all the sea stories of like giant squids being pulled up, and it wasn't like properly proven until like the late 90s or 2000s or something like that. But they pulled up an actual specimen of a giant squid and went, oh yeah, this is a different species, and it is like 3 times as long as any other squid that we've known about, sort of thing. Yeah, most of them are tiny, but like every now and then it'll be something that you're like, how have we missed that? How have we missed that thing that's absolutely huge? You wander the streets of the city looking for a way to make some cash. I'm not going to panhandle, let's go looking for work again. It starts to rain in the kind of torrential tree stripping away that only happens once or twice a year. Everyone scrambles for cover, but one guy stays out in the street, a fellow with a bale bent and lopsided umbrellas. 10 cents each, he hollers. What an opportunist. Oh my god, I was just reading the other day that someone found a dead coral snake and dissected it and found a new species of snake inside that it'd eaten. Alright. No one humans found it out in the wild, but the coral snakes found it. That's mad, isn't it? Mad. The rain has soaked him through, but he's doing a roaring trade. Hey, he tells you, go run around the main shopping streets and pick up all the umbrellas you see, okay? People sometimes drop them when they're blow inside out. I'll pay. I'm in. He's right. There are umbrellas scattered up and down the street like fallen birds. You gather up an armful, and the umbrella seller buys them all off you for a couple of coins. The next morning, though, your throat is hoarse and your nose is running like a faucet. Damn it. Oh, I give myself a cold.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, though. I've got some cash. Lore for a story?
I'm going to have to, like, look it up tomorrow when I've got more thing. But yeah, Skinwalkers.
The mailman's uniform is dated and worn. He sits on the edge of the road, head in hands. He looks up at you as you approach. Can you help me car clip me? I think my legs... Well, I'd appreciate if you could deliver this for me. He holds a brown envelope. Yeah, I could do that. The letter's addressed to a James Gibson Sr., 120 J Street. City stymies you. The block runs straight from I to K. You stop a man for directions, but he shakes his head and laughs. Someone's playing a joke on you. There is no J Street.
Keep looking.
Over here! A woman in a brown coat overhears your questions. She steers you down an alley. Someone's chalked a big orange J on the wall. I thought Clovis was late. Go left up ahead. Old man Gibson's third on the right. As you round the corner, the world changes. J Street is a place out of time, like the city forgot an entire street a century ago and carried on around it, oblivious. Even the noise and bustle of DC can't penetrate this little pocket. Knock on Gibson's door. The man who answers is an ancient and stooped. He peers at the letter. I think it's from my son. I don't see so well anymore. Will you read it to me? You tear the letter open. It isn't good news. Tell him the truth or lie?
Tell him the truth.
He fights it, but his face crumbles. Tears roll down his cheeks. It's better to know. I've been waiting a long time for this. His shaking hand takes the letter. Thank you for telling me.
The truth will set you free.
I've got a little bit of money and things. If I leave here, not go in the train station, I can get across to not the car. I want. There he is. It's over there.
Apparently every time they go into the Amazon, they find like between 10 and 30 new species of beetle, of spider, sometimes bigger animals, like so much untouched.
Yeah, so if you like want to find a new creature, just have a look in your front garden or your back garden or something.
Throw a set square and have a look in there.
And the chances are you'll find a new species of something. Twin brother Paul and I was going through. We were good. I thought this was going to be our friend again. I thought it was this. But we've got a different guy. We didn't do nothing to anybody till we left. And we hurt a lot of people. Me more so than Paul. Because he didn't make it through. The march was on, I was on, the bonus army, it was less a bonus and more of an acknowledgement of what I had to suffer. Civilians will never understand. Do you know any happy stories? Hopeful ones? He wants a hopeful story. Heaven, desires fulfilled, wishes come true. Yeah, I think that's probably the one, isn't it? Or the future, for hope, maybe family, love. Nature, country, home. What, this one, maybe?
I think that one.
Heaven, desires fulfilled, wishes come true, yeah. Not that one. Story of the light from the sky, maybe this one, right? That one's about heaven, that's like a dog being killed. I'll try this one. Tell the story of the light from the sky. I don't really scare at that stuff anymore, sorry. My wishes come true. Well, if I could wish for anything, I'd probably be for a nice, plentiful garden, away from everyone else. My own land, my own laws. Have any good jokes? I'm not so good at telling them anymore. I don't have the jokes one yet, do I?
No.
Like the fool's freedom, authority, the future, family, love, nature, home, country, sadness. No, I don't. I can give them something. What do you reckon? Nature, country, home, why not?
No.
No, not that one. No.
No. Oh, you should have used the twin brothers who were reconnected for his happy story.
Oh yeah, I suppose so.
Okay, keep going. Let's see if there's anything else. No.
I don't think I have any funny ones. Thunderbolt people who fly, maybe? That's all I got. That can't be true. Do you get out of a magazine? Freedom is getting paid what you deserve and getting enough to get by. Freedom is the ability to be free of pain. Tell me a happy story, something to make the world seem kind.
Oh, maybe the twins who have found each other.
Okay, what's that on?
The next one down.
Family? Yeah, okay. Happy story.
Yeah.
Tell the story of reconnect after 30 years apart. I
There
like
we
that
go.
one. There's some hope left for you too, you know?
Oh, look at how much it opened.
Don't give away too quickly. Yeah, I like that. My family, they were good to me, Ma and Pa, and to Paul and my sister Jessie. Some days I wish I could find Jessie again and have her help me. She always liked Paul best. So anyway, tell me a funny story. I don't know any funny stories.
Okay, come out. Yeah, just exit because you don't know funny stories.
Yeah, here. You always want funny stories. I ain't got any funny stories.
Okay, the next is...
Alright, so he's going to go up that way to... That's where I've come from, isn't it? Massachusetts and Connecticut now. Okay, that's fine then. I'll go back up there at some point.
Yeah.
None of us are whole, really. None of us got a road. Right, peeps. It's like 3:30, and that story, I think, is my last little guy that I'm going to visit on this little... I'm enjoying this. I'm gonna,
I like it. You wouldn't have even thought of it if you hadn't seen it on my wish list.
I wouldn't. I'm going to assume that it's saved at that point.
Isaac didn't go to bed until nearly midnight, so I think we're going to be able. I'm going to be able to have a little bit of a lie-in tomorrow. Hope. Oh, so yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I saw some things on her wish list. Oh, I saw some things on her wish list.
So, so I don't remember putting them on. I think this is another Drunk Kerry thing. I think Drunk Kerry went on and put some dirty porn games on, and they are dirty porn games. And now I know why my discovery queue is effed up, because I genuinely. I was looking.
You'd blamed it all on Tiff.
I blamed it all on Orc Massage.
Yeah, which is what Tiff was playing in the Discord.
No, I blamed you for Orc Massage. You're the one who told me about Orc Massage.
That's why you looked it up, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I told you about it because Tiff was playing it.
So I was like, when I download some more.
When there's the Hentai Game Hall of Fame.
I might actually get on that one.
I could make it the Hentai Game Hall of Fame. So I'm gonna get the Horror Hall of Fame. I might get that done tomorrow. I've got a thing to do for C. But yeah, I'm gonna do a few of the fun things that I wanted to have time to do this week. So I've got the rest of the week off. I've got.
I mean, yeah, when the hentai one is on, yeah. So
I get a point for when I finish Orc Massage. Yeah, I think you can finish it, can't you? did it have a Orc Massage? Yeah. Yeah, I really enjoyed the Orc Massage the stream or Discord stream. I just remember like chatting, it was like, get your camera angle. It was like this the secondary shot. We got it right in the eye.
Genuinely, like I was looking at my discovery queue going, why am I always seeing? It must be because I looked up Orc Massage. That has to be the thing. And I was going through my wish list with Ken, going, yeah, and I've added this, and I've added this. I put this on my wish list because I thought you'd be interested in it. And
can get Max
and then all of a sudden, I came across 2 porn games, and I was like, oh, genuinely don't remember putting these on my wish list. But there they are. So it's me.
It's you that's done it.
It's me. I'm yeah, I was blaming Ken for so long.
Yeah, I'm sure I could create.
There's too many. There's too many hentai games out there.
I mean, we could ask Aga which ones to put on there, I suppose, couldn't we?
Right on the front page there, wrote down.
Furry corn farm. Oh, what was that one that oh, it was
yeah.
when we looked at the it was this one. Was it the farm one?
Yeah.
It was called like Farm On or On Farm or something like that. And that's the one where it has the
we saw it as well, Tiff.
Like a big dinosaur-y thing and a tiny little fox type thing, like the size of it, absolutely wildly different.
I dragged Kenneth down because I loved my farming sims, so I dragged Kenneth down. I was like, "Look at this! What the actual foo is this?"
I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called something weird, just like On Farm or something like that.
Yeah.
The name is like I say On Farm or something like that. Yeah, the picture is like a big furry animal thing, and then it's like the second screenshot is like, oh wow, okay.
What are you doing with that weird lizard thing?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, yeah, we watched the video thing for it together, didn't we? A few times. Just for research.
Research.
Yeah.
This is why my Steam thing is so effed up.
Sorry, I was stuck in Pearlies playing marbles on stream. I get sick into it. Yeah, I like a couple of rounds of marbles on stream is quite good. I like a couple of rounds of marbles on stream. I get bored after a couple of rounds. I couldn't like Jake will sometimes play it on his streams for about 2 hours. I think.
It's just started.
I can't stick around for that many games of marbles on stream.
We are thinking about doing a joint stream tomorrow where I start my OBS up, Kenny starts his OBS up, and doing a joint game. Trying to decide maybe either Terraria or...
We could do Demonologist.
If other people are there, then Demonologist is fine.
It'd be nice to get 3 or 4 of us playing Demonologist and try and get over that initial hump. I do feel like once we've got over that initial hump and like get a couple of victories rolling in. Well, we had a couple, didn't we?
It'll be quite late, Tiff. It'll be like maybe midnight when we start playing Demonologist, because then we know Isaac's in bed. Because if Isaac sees some of these things, he'll not go to sleep. Yeah,
sure. Yeah. We can certainly do a stream tomorrow with some Demonologists. I'm up for that. Before
that though, we can totally do either Project Zomboid or Terraria, or depending on how you're doing with all
I think the Zomboid thing is like we'd have to dedicating a weekend to really getting into it and having a proper session on it, because it's not it can be a quick game, but you quite like to have a proper play, don't you?
And Friday and Saturday and Sunday.
I know, but there's other things apart from gaming that I wanted to get done as well. I wanted to get a couple of things done around the house and possibly get like the car sorted and things.
No. We'd rather get demo done because we want to.
No, we'd like to get over that initial hump, because that's why we played it today. Was like, let's try and get in there and just like get a bit of cash built up and try and like unlock some things and feel like we're competent. We didn't
correctly the last time we were on. That's why.
That's why we were up to 1,000 each. But it's like 1,000 isn't enough to do anything.
No.
I think it's like 2,000 or something before even the first round of things are done on there. So we need like two or 3 more wins on it, just to unlock stuff.
Like Christmas.
Yeah, which is fine if we were enjoying it, and it's not to say we weren't enjoying it, but it was just frustrating. As I say, we'll.
Ken would enjoy it a lot more if you could see me jumping and squeaking.
I can hear you sometimes, even though you're down there, and I can hear you obviously I'm on the chat, but when you're not close enough to be on the chat, but you get a jump scare, I hear like a little squeak coming from downstairs. I can sense the pulse of fear travelling through the house.
I come upstairs and he goes, "You smell like fear." I had to change my top before coming upstairs. I was a stinking.
All right, let's do
let's do a raid.
Let's do a drop into someone.
Who we're going to drop into? Like I said, I saw Jack.
I don't know what she's on. Oh, she's doing
and
marbles.
Dino started, I believe.
He's doing inscription. No, let's drop in unknown. We haven't dropped in unknown. Is that or hot dish or do you say?
I think 9.
happened.
Oh, thank you for coming in, darling. And honestly, fingers crossed for tomorrow for you, and I'll not just fingers, everything crossed for you.
Everything crossed. Right.
Yes, let's go see our hermit.
Let's go see the hermit. Say
love you.
Hi to 9. Thanks everyone for popping by. Yeah. More stream tomorrow.
More streaming tomorrow. Love you. Take care of yourself, okay?
Esports World Cup has kicked off in Riyadh with a share of the largest prize pool ever in esports history up for grabs.